What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jazz. Just doing mean today. We're back with some Orb on the movements of the Earth with episode 9. Very excited for today's episode. Of course, last time out we did episode 6. I did let y'all know that I was, and just to clarify that as well, I am still watching every single episode. I'm not skipping anything. I'm just skipping the reaction portion, I guess you could say. I'm going on vacation very, very soon. We have a new season of anime coming out very soon as well. I won't have enough time to be reacting to every single episode as if if it was weekly, like if I was watching it while it was still weekly. But I still, of course, I am watching every single episode. I'm not skipping anything, just to clarify that as well. But yes, since then until now, we have met a new character called Yolenta, who is a 14-year-old girl who's working at this research facility for astronomy, of course. She's an assistant there, of course, her being a woman, and that she's young as well. She's looked down upon. She's not, I won't say she's not taken seriously, but they're not seeing her as an equal, right? Like, even so much so, she's an assistant to a character named Kobe, where she wrote, a whole little thesis, whole paper. He took it, lied to her, and said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to turn this in, and if it does well, you're going to be able to get promoted, this, that, and the third." But he turned it in under his own name and took all the credit for it, and then basically talked down against her while she kind of confronted him about it. And this is, one of the many different examples of her being treated very poorly and very unfairly with prejudice and injustice and stuff like that. And we also learned as well that she is, well, they didn't show his face just yet, but she's, at least I'm assuming she's Novak's daughter as well, which is a very crazy tie-in because we know him to be like so anti, of course, when it comes to, the heliocentrism and he's the one who's going out there and taking these heretics and putting them to the death and everything like that. And his own daughter is someone who we're kind of getting to that point right now where she's interested in heliocentrism. She's interested to kind of going outside the norm of like geocentrism. You got to be by the book. I got to just be a woman, stay in my place, be silent, be quiet, just work silently. Don't make myself be too known or stand out too much. And she's the complete opposite, or she's going in the complete opposite way. So that's going to be a little interesting storyline down the road as well. But she has, of course, tied in with Badeni and Oxy, and we're going to be getting into that in this episode as well to see like what this newfound partnership looks like, and very, very excited. Let's jump right in. Here we go, y'all. So this is, I think his name is Piast or Piast. He's like the owner, the priest of the facility where Yolenta is working at. And they've been showing his, like, I guess his past, his origin story up until this point, from last episode into this one. The reason this is prominent as well, obviously, is that Badeni, Oxy, and Yolenta came to him and said, "Hey, can we use your resources? Can we use your books to do our own research?" But of course, the stuff they're trying to research with heliocentrism is the complete opposite of his life's work, which is geocentrism, and he was not happy about that at all. Yeah, because I think that they're like him and his master are like cousins, like first removed. A lot of research, like a lot of data and analysis and everything. Yeah, he did say that he alone will be the one to perfect the geocentrism model. Then he trusts him. So he's kind of passing on the torch right here. This is kind of, I guess you could say, similar to how like they be passing down the chest on the heretic side. Because now in the current state, Piast he's about to die as well. So he might start thinking to himself, I might have to start passing this along to someone else to continue this research and to perfect the cosmos. What does he see? Because he has good eyes too. That's like one of his biggest things. He has phenomenal eyes, like Oxy does. Trying to lie to himself. Okay. Golly. So I wonder what changes his mind. Dang. Time is just passing. It's crazy to think about it too, because they spend their entire life just trying to find the truth and make the perfect model. Like, I don't think they don't have like no wives, children. It's just like just only the passion, only the science. So it's perfect in terms of like, what is expected. Golly. That must be such a terrible pain too, to be on your deathbed and you're like I didn't accomplish what I set out to do. There's so much regret. Golly. Bro, dying like that is crazy, bro. Trying to just give him, give him value to, support him. Ooh, this is so pretty. The truth. This is beautiful. This is a very beautiful anime, bro. Like they have so many good. He died like that. Golly. This for sure. Again, this is kind of similar to the heretics passing, with the chest. But he's a man on the mission now. This is exactly what happened with Oxy as well. When Oxy was like, man, I can't do this. I can't, take over. But then he lost Gras and he just flipped that switch. Okay, so he's hearing him out again. Wow. Ooh, so you have to change his mind completely. So he's talking about that thing he saw in the sky, but tried to deceive himself and say he didn't see it. And he's kept that doubt his entire life, bro. Golly. Venus in his final phase. Okay. I love having Oxy here because it forces him to, of course, explain everything. Okay. So it would mean that it's not going around Earth. It would be proven false. Yeah. And he saw that decades ago. A few imbeciles. So this is a job for Oxy. So it all rests on tonight. That's fire. I love the stakes. So Oxy, yeah, time for Oxy. He has to lock in. It is kind of funny too, is for the person who, refused to look up at the sky and everything like that. He's the one with the best eyesight. It's probably watch it be like a triangle or something. Yep. Oh yeah, this man's Hawkeye. I have a feeling that he's probably gonna die at the end of this episode. They're probably gonna see Venus and everything, and then he's probably that's gonna be his last thing he sees. So very high stakes. But I've been loving Oxy's growth. Yolinda's been a great addition to the, I guess you could say, the team as well. It's a very different perspective. And she's very smart, like we said before. Okay, so she's kind of finding beauty in all things. See, it's a different perspective. I love it. They kind of make Oxy have to think and reevaluate his own thought process and his outlook. That's true. He's a seeker of truth as well. Like he wouldn't be letting them do this if he didn't have some type of will to switch. Okay. He's changed so much, even just from a couple of episodes ago. Ooh. There you go, boy. He's locked. Hell yeah. Look how determined he looks. Oh, and y'all hear that music? Just straight chills, bro. They know how to set the mood every single time for the big moments. The clouds, everything. Come on, bro, lock in. There we go. Woo! That shit bright as hell. Phenomenal imagery. Shining on him. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I like how it looks like the heaven they be imagining, the afterlife. Bro, but Daddy never smiles, man. That man showed no emotion. There goes the title card to learn something, I think. He might, I'm trying to tell you, he might die right here, bro. It's like someone has to die every 2 episodes. I don't know. Golly. It's kind of like his predecessor, where he's at his deathbed, like, all I've worked for is kind of pointless. Well, not the Earth. That is true. Come on, Badeni. It's challenging him. He knows the truth. It's more than just the model or the truth. Just that's a life lived. Like you probably feel so defeated without prejudice. Yeah, they have a great music choice. Oh my gosh. Gonna call it heaven? The truth. Oh my god, it sounds beautiful. Give us the records. Let's go. Bro, and they have so much things they can go through in there too. He's not gonna go without a budge. How much strength does he have in them fingers? Oh man. I don't even know. I can't like explain the emotion he's going through. Bro. This shit's emotional for real. 2,000 years. You just can't think like that though at the same time. It's like his last wish. But the thing is, it still means something though, because it's still a place to start. You kind of have to like rule out certain things to learn about others. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to kind of look at everything from every perspective. Choosing him as like a pack meal. Heck nah. What the heck? She came way too far. Really? Bro, I didn't, of course I reacted to it off screen, but he put out a problem he needed help on. She solved it in half a day. Was she really about to drop off the team? Oh, here we go. Okay, never mind. Because I think last episode, he was like, when they first met with Yolenta, he was like, if we could call, I'm gonna call her witch and get her took instead of us. I was like, that's crazy, but that's how Badeni is. Nah, she's not leaving the team. There's no way. I will say though, her like joining would be dangerous because you know her father is Novak. He still doesn't know how to read and write. So is she gonna teach him? What the heck? Okay. Oh, he's like, what the heck? She's not wrong. It's one of those things where like reading something, of course, writing, being able to communicate, everything like that. It's such a everyday, of course, part of your daily life. You just don't really think about like, damn, like I started off as a baby, toddler, whatever, didn't know how to do anything. You can grow up and be a grown adult and not know how to read and write. Like that's a very everyday plausible thing for a lot of people across the world. And they hold so much weight, like she's saying. You can influence people, inspire people, tear down people. This is going to be his start for knowledge. This is who's going to teach him. I'm hoping it's Yolenta. Is he writing his will? Oh, he's in the book. Okay. He's about to die, bro. I can already tell. Yeah. And they're playing that sad, just creeping music. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, his work. I will say at least he gets to like, you know, see the stars before he goes. Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Is he talking about his professor? Rest in peace, Piast. Rest in peace. Again, I'm glad he at least got to see the sky. They're probably gonna find this book, I'm assuming, and then probably just know to go look up and find him up there, hopefully. And of course, there goes episode 9 of Orb, a very beautiful, emotional, and heartfelt episode for sure. Again, they were able to prove at least something to kind of change Piazza's mind to get access to all his research and his books and his works that he said has lasted for 2,000 years. So much minds and effort and eyes to build that, you know, collection of everything, and they were able to prove that something is definitely off, and that if we can see Venus in this final phase, that means it has to be on the opposite side of the sun, and which would mean it's not revolving around Earth. And yes, that might not necessarily mean that like it just proves heliocentrism. Obviously, there's a lot more that has to go into it. It definitely disproves the perfect, you know, geocentric model. Of course, his dying breath, his dying wishes, he gives over the key to Badeni. And kind of just, you know, like I said during the reaction, I don't think everything he's done, his predecessors has done, doesn't mean anything. I know that's kind of the way he was kind of seeing it. It's that, like I was saying, like all that stuff is needed, because when it comes to anything, like when it comes to like science and like the scientific method, or even just like regular problem solving, you have to be able to rule out certain things to begin anew, to think of something in a different perspective, or to prove something else, you know. So you have to kind of, you know, check all the boxes. maybe you could argue that like they spent such a long time doing that that they could have maybe instead of for 2,000 years, it could have been like 1,000 years or something like that. And then they could have started switching gears into doing something else. I know it's a lot more nuanced than that. It's not just only the science, it's, society, it's the church, it's the religious, it's the scripture and everything like that. It kind of has made this to uphold this model, obviously. But just all that to say, like, all the work has not been for naught. It has weight, it has value. Um, Again, he was thought otherwise when his predecessor passed away, and then when he was having to give away that key. But yeah, that's just the way I kind of see everything about that. Again, I hope Yolenta does not leave the group or anything like that. I don't think she is, because again, she's very intelligent. She again adds a different perspective to the group. I know Badeni wants to kind of do everything by himself. Like I said before, he already said that he wants to. He will be the man to complete it, and even if he dies, he wants everything to be burnt alongside with him. So he's very serious about this. But I don't think we can just let her go. And especially after getting a taste of what's going on over here with the whole heliocentrism and like kind of thinking in that way and kind of expanding her mind, you can't go back. You can only go forward. So we're gonna see what Oxy as well of him, like, having that very keen interest now for reading and writing. Hopefully he starts that journey soon as well. So he can kind of pair up with, of course, his phenomenal eyesight, with some intellect and stuff like that behind it as well. And yeah, we'll have to see where we go from here. I think the next biggest thing is going to be, again, her father is Novak. So again, I'm not saying she's going to get caught or she's going to like lead everybody else to get caught or anything like that, but I know they wouldn't show that connection. They wouldn't have that connection there if it was not going to mean something for the future episodes. So again, we'll have to see. Again, phenomenal anime. I've been enjoying it very, very much so far. I think the next episode I'm going to be reacting to will be episode 12. Again, from my friends, from the comments, and from the internet, that seems like another very big, prominent episode. So I'm gonna go watch probably like right after this tonight. Go watch 10 and 11, and then record episode 12, and it will be dropping like in the coming days after you see this video. I think this video should be coming out on probably like on Friday though. On Friday, I'm recording this as of Tuesday. But yeah, love you guys as always. Thank you guys for all the support and it means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? We just hit 1.5. I don't know if I said it in the last video. I don't know if we even hit the last video, but we just hit 1.5, halfway to 2,000. So again, thank you guys so much for all the support. It really means the world to me. And I'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Peace, y'all.